Queen Elizabeth I may have been a virgin, but what most people don't know is that she was one of the most cutthroat and significant rulers of England. From a childhood marred by tragedy and political intrigue, to a reign filled with religious turmoil, assassination plots, and epic battles against foreign powers, Elizabeth's life was anything but ordinary. She navigated a world dominated by men, skillfully wielding her power and intelligence to become one of England's most iconic and celebrated rulers. Today, we will take a deep dive into the fascinating story of Lizzie I, the original boss babe, a woman who dared to be different, a queen who shaped an era, and a legend whose legacy continues to inspire centuries later. Chapter 1. From Princess to Prisoner to Queen. Queen Elizabeth, the last Tudor monarch, reigned over England for 45 years, from 1558 to 1603. Lizzie's childhood was, shall we say, a bit dramatic. She was born on September 7th, 1533. Her dad, King Henry VIII, the OG Tudor king, was obsessed with having a son. He divorced his first wife, defied the Pope, and broke up with the Catholic Church just to marry her mum, Anne Boleyn. However, when Elizabeth was just 2 years old, Henry accused Anne of treason and had her executed.
My sister was born of that whore, Anne Boleyn. She was born a bastard. She will never rule England.
Declared illegitimate after her mother's death, Elizabeth faced challenges during the reigns of her half-siblings. She received a rigorous education, becoming fluent in several languages and demonstrating a keen intellect from a young age. Elizabeth finally took the throne in 1558.
To the south, I present to you Elizabeth, your undoubted queen.
I crown thee, Elizabeth.
Chapter 2. Religious and Political Conflicts. Upon assuming the throne, Lizzie restored England to Protestantism. This broke with the policy of her predecessor and half-sister, Queen Mary, a Catholic monarch who ruthlessly tried to eliminate Protestantism from English society. Elizabeth undertook her own campaign to suppress Catholicism in England, although hers was more moderate and less bloody than the one enacted by Mary. In fact, Elizabeth's religious moderateness earned her the ire of some of the more radical Protestants who were convinced that her reforms were inadequate for cleansing English society of what they saw as the vestiges of Catholicism. In reality, Elizabeth wasn't interested in catering to either Protestantism or Catholicism, the zeal of both having the potential to disrupt the kind of law and order she was trying to establish. Her religious policies, such as the Act of Supremacy and the Act of Uniformity, went a lot further to consolidate the power of the Church under her and to regularize the practice of the faith. Elizabeth also faced numerous threats to her rule, including plots and conspiracies. The tumultuous years following the Reformation and the shift in power between Protestants and Catholics had created an atmosphere of suspicion and intrigue. High officials in Spain, France, and Rome, seeking to restore Catholicism in England, plotted to kill Elizabeth and replace her with Mary, Queen of Scots, a Catholic with a claim to the English throne. Elizabeth responded to these threats with a mix of tolerance and repression, seeking to maintain order and stability. She punished those who openly challenged her authority, but also tried to avoid creating martyrs by being lenient with some Catholics. Chapter 3. The Golden Age of England. Despite all the drama, England thrived under Lizzie's rule. She surrounded herself with a crack team of advisors, including William Cecil, who served as her chief minister for most of her reign. Elizabeth's government consisted of a small but efficient administration, with local governance largely in the hands of sheriffs and justices of the peace. Elizabeth's fiscal restraint and prudent economic policies played a crucial role in stabilizing England's finances. By 1574, she had cleared the regime of debt and 10 years later, the crown enjoyed a surplus of £300,000. Elizabeth was a shrewd and pragmatic ruler. She deliberately accentuated her masculine traits, presenting herself as a strong and decisive leader like her father, Henry VIII. She often referred to herself in masculine terms, emphasizing her authority and capability. However, she also knew when to use her femininity to her advantage. She created a court based on the principles of chivalric love, with herself at the centre, captivating and controlling her male courtiers. She would also use her womanly weaknesses as an excuse to avoid taking action or making difficult decisions, a clever tactic in a male-dominated world. The Elizabethan era was also a golden age for the arts. Theatres thrived, with William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe producing some of the greatest works of English drama. Music flourished, with composers like William Byrd and Thomas Tallis gracing Elizabeth's court. Elizabeth's patronage of the arts contributed to a vibrant cultural landscape. Probably her most significant contribution was the explosive economic growth, fueled by overseas exploration and trade. She encouraged voyages of discovery, including those of Francis Drake and Walter Raleigh, which laid the foundation for England's colonial expansion. Lizzie gave those sea dogs the green light to plunder Spanish ships and explore the New World, including the establishment of the East India Company in 1599, which marked a crucial step in England's rise as a global power.
The whole world knows these pirates sail up the Thames all the way to your royal bed.
You will leave my presence, sir. Go back to your rat hole. Tell Philip I fear neither him, nor his priest, nor his armies. Tell him if he wants to shake his little fist at us, we're ready to give him such a bite he'll wish he'd kept his hands in his pockets.
You see a leaf fall, and you think you know which way the wind blows. Well, there is a wind coming, madam, that will sweep away your pride.
I too can command the wind, sir! I have a hurricane in me that will strip Spain bare if you dare to try me!
Final thoughts. Lizzie left a lasting legacy as one of England's most successful monarchs. Her reign saw the nation emerge as a major power on the world stage. She established a stable and unified England, overcoming religious divisions and external threats. Her patronage of the arts and exploration contributed to a flourishing of culture and the expansion of England's influence. Elizabeth's image as the Virgin Queen continues to fascinate and inspire. She defied societal expectations and proved that a woman could rule effectively in a male-dominated world. Her reign is remembered as a golden age, a testament to her leadership, intelligence and determination. She was a complex and contradictory figure, a powerful ruler who skillfully navigated the challenges of her time.